Hello, colleagues and students. It's so good to see you. Today is Tuesday, January 25th, and I am greeting you again today from my office, where I'm going to share with you a few updates about some issues that we've been working on. Foremost, I want to say thank you all for what has been, I think, a really great kickoff to the semester. I've enjoyed seeing our students around. I actually had some great meetings last week with some of our faculty leadership who talked about both the trepidation but the excitement of being back in the classroom with students at that moment that we all know when we actually can see a student grasping a concept simply because there's some shared energy that happens in that space. So welcome and looking forward to what will be a fantastic semester, I'm sure. With that, lots of things are happening as we move into the new year and as we all grapple with the moment that we're in. The Las Vegas Chamber, in fact, last week hosted this preview where they give a good lay of the land around the business community. What are some of the drivers and forces affecting us and how might we respond? Had a fascinating session on generational differences and how one might begin to think about how that impacts. And in my mind, all I kept thinking about, what does that mean, not just in the workspace, but also in the classroom. You have the potential to have 2, 3, or more generations in the space at the same time. As we think more about the new majority of those returning adults who will come to us and ask us to help them assemble a degree based on a series of credits they may have earned in other places, many of them are going to come to us who are millennials. Many are going to come and be Gen Xers. Some may be somewhere in between. The reality about that is how do we, within our institution, both in terms of what happens inside the classroom, but outside the classroom, affect our ability to respond to them. We've had some wonderful events as we welcome back the semester. I saw that we had our Back and Bold Involvement Fair. I love that. We had not only a beautiful day for that, but lots of participation being done safely as well to encourage the engagement of our students, but also various members of the college community. Thank you for that. I think that was a powerful welcome to and start to the semester. I also had a boot camp with our very talented and thoughtful leader of our TRIO Upward Bound director, Dr. Kimberly Williams, national leader around issues of TRIO, and really got to understand more about our program and also where the opportunities are. Again, as we think about the new majority, think about the pipeline to college, I remain convinced that these programs are essential to that space. And then last but not least, I always look forward to my quarterly meetings with our Chief or Director of University Police Services, Adam Garcia, as we talk about how we begin to align some processes across the system, particularly as it relates to the Southern Nevada schools, but very excited about the partnership with him and look forward to continuing in that space. Externally, I had a quarterly meeting, my Q3 as I would say, with our school superintendent, Dr. Jara. Very important conversations around space, very important conversations around access and dual credit. So looking forward to greater opportunities to engage him and really develop some strategic framework for how we will work together among the system and our college as well as CCSD. I had the opportunity to have lunch with the president of the Nevada Mining Institute, Tyree Gray. Wonderful conversation about how they are looking at the mining industry and how they're trying to lead it around diversification and diversity, but also being very clear about the way in which they communicate and talk about their value proposition in a state that thinks they know mining but may not really actually understand mining. Very thoughtful, looking forward to some continued work with him. And then also participating in a conversation regarding our Nellis Air Force Base. Are there ways for us to strengthen our partnerships with them and really look at how we can help them meet some needs while at the same time being strategic about business operations for us as well. And then last but not least, I certainly had the opportunity to meet with my in-chief fellow Southern Nevada presidents. We do that probably every other month. That's a very good opportunity for us to kind of see where alignment happens. And they gave me good insight as later on that day, I spent some time with our governor to better understand his perspectives about Nevada State College. With that, we also have had the opportunity as we prepare for tenure and promotion. I read the packets of all of those that are being recommended from our provost. They were wonderful. I took pages of notes as I looked at people who talked about very thoughtful engagement around teaching, your commitment to that, this idea of emancipatory teaching and how that influences your philosophies, your direct service to our students and to the college and to our community, and your belief belief about the potency of this mission here. I want to congratulate you in advance for that, as we're going to be advancing to the Board of Regents for their consideration, the reviews and recommendations for tenure promotion. So congratulations to those of you who put together those robust packets. I learned a lot and remain in awe of you and the work that you do for our students here at Nevada State College. I also want to continue to tell you, be thoughtful about COVID. We are experiencing, obviously, as Omicron makes its way, we're seeing a couple things globally. We're seeing that Omicron has started to have a spike and is going down as was predicted. We're watching the South African model in particular, but watching our region as well. And I think our campus has done a phenomenal job. I walked through our student center and seeing our students appropriately covered, watch out the campus when they are out and about as I look out my office. Thank you for that. Yes, we have had some opportunities for us to think about how we quarantine some students and employees as we experience that, and we watch them as they come in contact with someone who may have COVID. But what's really engaging to me is that you all are being just adapting and you're recognizing this is a part of the new or next normal. I want to tell you that I'm grateful to you for that, because right now how we live with this disease or this virus is more important than us becoming paralyzed by it. And you all are demonstrating each and every day that we can and will do that. So thank you for that. Continue to have those best practices with your face coverings, appropriate hand washing, practicing distancing when you are in spaces where you can do so, and more importantly, being just aware of your own physical health. If you're sick, stay home. If you're concerned about exposure, get the appropriate testing, and know that Nevada State College continues to be of support to each and every one of you. With that, as I sit in my office and listen to the wind banter about, I want to continue to thank you all, as I always do, end with gratitude. As I am experiencing winter in Nevada, I have to tell you, while it has been windy, and certainly I'm appreciating when the sun goes down, how quickly it can get chilled here, the warmth of the spirit of this campus, the warmth of the community. I have to tell you, I've had some glorious conversations with people who understand how and why Nevada State College was created, and why the next part of our evolution, while it may take some time, is inevitable because of the work that we do here. I want to give a special shout out to Mayor March. She's been very thoughtful in some of her support and comments, and just giving me great perspectives about Henderson and all the things that happen here. Until the next time, I want to end by telling you that you will be seeing some communication coming out fairly soon from our provost, and certainly probably also from our HR director, speaking very specifically to merit policies. We're very excited that those will be moving forward, and I want to thank the teams of people who are actually engaged in that. Provost Shields, who led that initiative, very excited about this, and happy to see us be able to see yet another check in terms of the way in which we think deeply about employee engagement. That being said, I hope you all are doing well. Take care and be well.